The amount of people searching for how to make money from home on Google definitely rose in the last month, and this increase is obviously caused by the coronavirus. Generally speaking, there are lots of possibilities out there to make money online, but maybe the most profitable way to earn money will definitely be investing in stocks. So the question is, what stocks and when? If we have a look at online streaming services like Netflix, you can see that they are sometimes even at its best they have ever been. Obviously, Netflix didn't only rise the whole time during coronavirus, and this might be because of people seeing that the stocks market is going down a lot in general, and due to the fact that Netflix's stocks value rose a lot from September last year to February in this year, many people saw a need to sell their stocks. But due to the fact that everybody needed something to do during quarantine, they subscribed to Netflix, and with that, its stock rose to its maximum ever of $439.49, and that within the last few weeks. So the conclusion is, don't even think of buying Netflix stocks or stocks of streaming services in general. Because when other streaming services did not boom like Netflix, it's not likely at all that they will boom in the near future, because the amount of streaming will go down, especially if quarantine would end, and this would, or better said, will affect the stock in a negative way. Buying Apple taxes, for example, might not be the right way as well, because in the first place Apple rose very high due to their new phones, headphones and Mac Pro starting from last September. Then Apple stock fell a little bit, which could be caused to quarantine, but also because they announced their new iPhone coming out literally in the time when quarantine started then, so its value obviously decreased a little bit before that. And if you have a look at its peak, you see that it was reached about 2 months ago, so don't invest in Apple as well. So in which stocks should you invest then? Generally speaking, in stocks of companies which sell products you need a lot more, or even only then when quarantine is over. So for example, car manufacturers like Ford. The Ford stock value definitely decreased in the past few months, but if you have a look at the last few weeks, it decreased even more abruptly. What's also very important when investing in stocks is knowing when you should sell the stocks. This surely also depends on the time period you want to invest in stocks. Nevertheless, you often will have to sell your stocks even when its value is still rising, because they could easily fall under the value you could sell them for right now. On the other hand, it could pay out to wait a few more days before selling them. Sometimes you could even have to sell with a loss, because otherwise you might lose even more money. Beside all the speculations and often lucky events happening on the stocks market, you surely are able to set some limitations inside your stocks trading program or app. Where you set your limits also depends on the previous and possibly upcoming development of the share price. But as always, if you analyze the stock at least approximately correct, you definitely are able to set yourself some really realistic borders which you use to save yourself from losing money. So there obviously are some more problems when setting those limits, especially a lower limit to lower your possible loss. Imagine you buy one stock with a value of $100 and you set a limit to sell it when it hits 80. So it does hit 80 and your program automatically sells this one stock for you, you have a loss of $20. But if you have a look at the share price in the next morning, it might be at 150, which definitely is more rare depending on the history of the share price. But instead of making $50 profit, you lost 20 due to a limit that should have saved you. How dangerous this lower limit is also depends on what risk you are willing to take. If you set a lower limit to $50 and it only falls to 60, you don't automatically sell yet and still make profit, but also it could bring even bigger loss if you lose $50 instead of 20 then. If you sell your stocks, you still have to keep in mind that the profit you made between buying and selling the stocks is not your final profit, because you have to pay fees to the broker or bank, which vary between banks and brokers obviously. So always keep comparing those. And taxes. Taxes obviously also vary between different countries. But for example, in Germany, you would have a tax allowance of about $870. And if you're above that amount, you would have to pay 25% of that profit. If you don't want to spend your real money right away, you can also start trading with a demo account, for example. The best app or website for that is definitely Plus500 in my opinion. With Plus500 you can also just switch to normal money if you're ready for that. For checking all the prices and different other factors and statistics of your favorite stocks, the best website for that also offers an app is Yahoo Finance, in my opinion, where you can also synchronize everything between the website and your phone with just using an account. For the purpose of demonstrating how you can get comfortable with training correct investing in stocks, I also created a demo account and made profit of 940.43 within one day. So that's nothing special because I invested over $60,000. But you have to think of that example that way. First of all, the profit would be $2 if I would have invested $100 only. But if we also have a look at how low this share price is right now, you can see that it just has been triple the amount worth now about 2 years ago. I think it's very likely for this company's stock's value to go up again very soon because of a product they will be launching soon. I won't be showing this company's name now, but that's not even important. What this profit in the screenshot shows best is how day traders make their money. Go use a demo account and get comfortable with trading, then you could make big money soon. All in all, everything I said is not guaranteed. You can't guarantee things to happen on the stock market. But if you watch the stocks market and watch for news about the stock you're interested in, then you definitely will be able to make a lot of profit in the next few months. I hope I could help you a little bit with this video. If that's the case, please leave a like. If that's not the case, then dislike. Otherwise, happy trading.